Totally. Totally.
So it looks like we have total 5 people on the call, and let's start it now. So I guess some of you are old, experienced, some of you are new to the industry and looking for a software. And we know that there's not many software out there that build for the brokers. And as the broker, you see you see that there are so many things you need to be involved, so many things you have to worry about from beginning to the end. When I show you the application, I show you all the features, you got to go nuts because there's so many things. And it's true though, as a broker, you run your own business, and like any other business, there's so many things you have to worry about. So let me see, where's that noise from? I need to. So that is from, okay, we can start, we can continue. So today I'm gonna show you the demo of Moso. And I guess all of you have visited moso.com to get a little bit understanding about the software. One thing that most brokers don't understand is, the first thing they ask is, what is Moso about? Is it an LOS? Is it a POS? Is it a CRM? So the short answer is it's everything. Everything a broker needs to run their business. And I also own Loan Factory, and Loan Factory we don't use any other software. Everything is included in Moso. So as you can see here, it's point of sale, it's online application, it's borrow portal, CRM, rate alerts, document management system, pricing engine, customized broker's website, almost everything. And right now we have 31 lenders in the pricing engine. Okay, so let's look at the demo. This is the demo website we built for the presentation. And when you sign up, you get the website for you automatically. Your website gonna show your company name .moso.com. But then if you own a domain name, you can change it to your own domain name. So the URL would be your company name.com. Any domain name you want. And the main website is pretty simple. I want to walk you through the consumer-facing website first before I take you to the broker login interface, so you see what is behind the scene. So let's say if the borrower interested in you, come to your website and run and check out a code, right? I'm going to use California. They can quickly fill out the application and they can see the pricing engine right away. And the code result, and they can change on any of these results. As you can see, this is a purchase. So we show the points and credit to the borrower. The rate is almost 3%. The APR, the lender name, the lender credits or points, the payment. And when you see a link or a button, you can click on that. If you click on the payment, you will see the amortization schedule. You can go back to the previous page by clicking on this link on the top. So you can create rate alert. So the consumer, when they see this, they can say, oh, I like 2.875, no cost. So let me create a rate alert. And the consumer can fill out the information. All we need is their name, the email, or phone number, and that's it. They can create a rate alert. So we created a rate alert for them. We can go back to the previous screen. The consumer can click on apply to fill out the online application. Or they can check to see if they qualify or not. So let's say the borrower wants to purchase this $400,000 home. Their income is $5,000 a month. They know that they can qualify right away by looking at the debt to income ratio. Okay. So very simple website up front. We only ask them to run the rate code and fill out the application. And that is the two things that we want them to do. Of course, they can do other things like if they want to check out the 15-year fix, we show them the 15-year fix. They can compare the 2.5 with 2.75. They click here to do the comparison and see how much they can save. How much is the payment, extra payment with the higher rate. And they can email to anyone they want to. They can also compare to a 30-year fix. And they can compare the 15-year fix versus 30-year fix, or they can even compare with their current loan. Let's say if they have 22 years and 2 months left, and their current rate is 3.5%, they can see the saving. I pressed the wrong button. They can see the saving. So that comparison is replacing any mortgage calculators out there. I never use any mortgage calculator, and I can answer any question the consumer asks, such as if I pay $200 extra per month, when will I pay off my loan? What if I want to pay exact amount, $2,200 a month? How long will I pay off my loan? Or if I pay an extra $50 a month, how much shorter my mortgage will be? Any kind of question, I can use that calculator to get the answer. Very powerful. It's more powerful because it's real time. It's customized to the borrower, and you can email it to the borrower. And not only that, but when you email the borrower the rate, you can enter the borrower email and send it. The borrower, there's a button on that email, allow borrower to click on that and get the updated real-time rate code in the future. They don't have to go back and check every time. So let me see if that email arrived or not. See here, it's arrived, my personal email. See, this is the comparison, the rate for that loan, that email, and they can see my rate. Click on that, it take the consumer to the website. Let's go back to the loan. So this is the consumer-facing website. Very simple, and All of my clients love it. We get like at least 500 unique users every day come to our website. Now let's look at the back end. So the back end, as the broker owner, you get your own setting right here, company setting. There's a checkbox allow you to chat with consumer too. In this company setting, you should fill out the advanced, the main setting, the basic one, your business information. What else? The associate, the people in your company, and the building. You can customize your website a little bit. You can set all the email setting. I will come back to this page later on. There's a lot you can do with it. But let me show you. When you log in, you see the dashboard. It will show you your company snapshot, how many loans you have, how many applications you have, how many leads you have. You can see different branch. I guess this is the only software that support different branches. The software out there, I don't think you can, it will provide support for the branch operation. So you can nail down to different branch of breakdown of the loan advisor, the LOA, the processor, different branches, the production, and the team. You can go to the performance to see the statistic of the whole company. For the past 3 months, this is the demo website. We don't have the data yet. I can show you a little bit about Loan Factory. See the dashboard here? It shows that I have 745 loans active, this many applications and this many leads, and the staff within my branch, or I can look at some other branch. And then these are the branches production, or you can see the performance of the whole company. Now let me go back to, on the top, you see that the most important pages will show up. This is the loan page. This is the loan pipeline. It shows you, the philosophy is we want to bring everything up front to save time. So by accessing this page, I know what's going on with my loan, with the whole pipeline. Let's say this borrower, this is the loan ID. I can give it any label, customized label. I can add a customized label, say missing document. So this way I can communicate with my LOA, my processor instantly. Anyone can know what's going on with the loan. And you can filter by the label. So you look at the loan amount, you click on it, you get a summary of the loan. You know it's a free finance cash out, the current rate and the target rate. You can enter the current rate that they have, 7%, for example. Then you know their motivation, the status of the loan. We utilize a workflow. Some of the most popular lenders like UWM and Quicken Loans, we have a workflow for it. So if you click on the workflow, you know what status is the next status, what is the future status, and what have been done or not. So all of these workflow here are done and loan is funded. The next status would be wrap up the loan, clean up the physical file and all that. Download CD, LE. So this is the workflow. You can mark a loan how important it is. To do is basically a condition. So to track the loan condition or what needs to be done, we break it out to to-dos for borrower, for closing agent, and for third party, or processor. So all of these documents we need from the borrower, you can clear them, or you can add more borrower to do. So after you review this list, you can email to the borrower. You can click here and it will automatically populate the email for you. What is the borrower email address, the title. You can add more recipient if you want to. The whole email is drafted for you. You can click send, it will send out for you. The borrower, when they receive, they click on the login, they can see the list and then they can upload it for you. After they uploaded it, it will show up in here, in this area, so you can see it. I can do one example for you. See it show up right here, and you want to see it, you just click on it, you can see it. So these are the to-do. We track everything in the to-do, and by looking at to-do, we know exactly what are we waiting for to move the loan forward. The note is very important, allow us to keep track of what's going on with the loan. The loan processor, the LOA, the LO can write note here daily to communicate what's going on with the loan. And then we also track of the lock expiration or closing date or EPO. So for a purchase, we track when is the closing date, and if we lock, then when is the expiration date. So this is the expiration date right here, the lock detail. 20 year, 3.5, impound or not, closing costs. We track everything. And one thing I noticed that a lot of brokers are struggling with is the EPO. Even I myself, when your volume, when your production is a lot, it is very difficult to track. And you might end up paying EPO if you make a mistake, you don't track it well enough. So for us, let's say if customer, I will pick a customer, let's say this customer, they close the loan with us. Let me find the loan, the funded loan. So let's say this customer come back and want to refinance with us. What you do is you can clone it to a new application. You can clone to a new prospect or a loan. And it can be a purchase, can be a pre-approval, can be a refinance, can be anything. So when my customer call me and want to refinance, it takes me like 30 seconds to clone the application and then invite them to review the application and upload documents. So I would do that. For example, I clone this application. This one is the demo website, so we don't have a lot of good data for it, but I just try to get it done quickly for you. Normally, we can get the appraisal automatically filled out. See, it automatically fill out the appraised value. We use Zero to populate it automatically. This will help speed up things. So let's say this borrower want to refinance again. I clone it to a prospect. And I can invite borrower to go in and review application, make any changes, and upload documents for me. But even before that, I can go to To-Do and update it. I say, oh, I have your tax return from last refinance already. I don't need it anymore. I have W-2. I have home insurance already. I don't need it. So I clear it. So I only need 3 things from them. And then I can just email them. Done. So that it takes me like 1 to 2 minutes to get one application done. Instead of, go to the whole day to get the application going. And then the consumer, when they get the email, all they need to do is log in, upload, and review, and upload. Take them 5 minutes. And that's it. We have a loan ready to go. So if you go back to the pipeline, pay attention, because everything I do, any task I have to take care, it only takes me a few clicks, 3 to 4 clicks away. It never takes me too long. And everything, all the information should be on top of my fingertips on this page. I don't allow anything stay in the middle of the task and slow me down. So I try to build a solution that we can get things done quickly. So you can create a rate alert for the customers. So we know that when customer refinance, they want to monitor the rate. They want to know what rate they can get every day so they can lock. And imagine that I have almost 1,000 customers. If all of them are calling me, I'm talking about existing customer, not the new one. So if the existing customer and new customer, they keep calling me every day, and it takes me 5 minutes to quote them, I will need like at least 30 people or 50 people to do that job. With this automation, I can create a rate alert. It detects that I don't have license in Maryland. I can run a code. I can create a rate of 3.375, no point, no cost. See, no cost here, the current cost here. I can create a rate alert right away. See the rate alert right here. It will track for me the target rate and cost, and the current cost right here. The frequency is real time. So this will take care of everything for me. I don't have to spend any money. I don't have to afraid of my misquote my customers. The customer receive rate alert email every morning, and every time the lender changes the rate. So let's say midday rate become volatile, lender change their rate. The customer will get rate updated instantly. They know the rate change before you. You don't even aware, and they know that. They call you and say, Tuan, I want to lock the rate. So that's how easy it is. No more bargaining. They cannot negotiate with you. When you give them the rate upfront in their email, everything clearly listed, there's no way they call you and negotiate and bargain. So that saves you tons of time and trouble. And remember this, as a broker, if you sit down and write out the list of 10 problems that cause trouble, that customer is not happy, we took care of it. So let's say coding rate, miscoding rate, forgot to do something like subordination or change in the title ownership. Almost everything that you can think of, I solved that problem. Because I built this for my own company, and I'm the one that facing the problem. I suffer, so I build a solution to solve that. And on the action here, you can do a lot of different things. So the owner of the loans, any transaction have three owners: loan processor, LOA, and originator. And you can assign the loan to different processor or LOA or any new owner right here. You can reassign it. You can clone it. Let's say borrower have 3 applications. They have 3 loans going on at the same time. You can get one done and clone the other 2. You can email anyone in the transaction. You can keep track of all of the conversation history, and that everything show up here, all the history, email history. Like what is the subject of the email? What is the email about? You can find out who received the email. What are the status of that email? You can resend it. Who is the sender? So we track all of the email history. We can also do text too. We can text customers and we track that too. You can, that's why I say conversation history and not email history. You can track all of the audit logs, what's going on with the loan. Like when they fill out application, who filled it out, and what's going on every day, every step of the way. We track every single click, everything. And you can export it to a Fannie Mae 3.2, or you can import from a 3.2. If you have 1,000 loans, if you are using Calyx Point or Encompass, you have 1,000 customers right now, we can help you to import all of them into our system, to your own website at Moso, easily. Let's say you can add here, you can both import, or you can import 1003, the 3.2 right there. You can delete a loan, only owner can delete it. You can log in as the borrower to find out what the borrower see on their site. These are little things you need to follow up. For example, if borrower say, can you stop my loan? I lost my job. My business shut down and we're not ready to do loan. We will, I want to call me in 2 months when my restaurant opened up again. Can you call me in 2 months? You can click here and mark the transaction as follow up. You can set the date, 2 months from now. And you can say, how do you want to notify? System notification is the notification on top right corner right here. Or you can get an email or text, and you can save it. You can say here, follow up here, and on this day you will get notified. You will come back here and check it, or you can. Hello. Yeah, you can filter too.
There was no spot on there to add it inside the system until you get out of it and then re-add it after.
Hello.
It's just how the web layout is. It's confusing.
Hello. Someone say anything? You have any question?
But I went back in, and then looks like you already uploaded it. So
It's someone named Tuan2 who's talking.
I tried it.
Tuan2. Let me mute him. Let me mute him. Okay. So I guess give me about 10 more minutes, and then I will open up for question. Okay. So you've been looking at the loans. You can look at the prospect. It's very similar. We have 3 pipelines. The lead pipeline is people call you. You don't have much information about them. You put it here so you can track them. You can follow up with them. And then the prospect is any customer that fill our application, it become a prospect. This prospect is basically a customer with application. The lead is you don't have anything. You don't have application. You only have their name and phone number or email. That's all. And some other information. A loan is basically a real deal. A loan ready to be submitted to the lender. So, and then as the owner of the company, you can see all transactions within your company. Or if you are a branch manager, you can see transactions within your branch only. Or if you are just a processor or LOA, then you don't see these 2 tabs. You can see only your loan. And if you belong to a team, then you see a tab called team, and you can see all your loans. All the loans belong to the team. So that is how we structure, how we allow breaking down. We can have hundreds of branches with thousands of users, and we still can run the same application. Imagine your company is that big. There's no way you can use Encompass or Calyx Point to manage your company. So let me look at, see, this is the notification that show you all the notification. So for a live upload loan, first you work on the lead, right? And after, when the lead is committed, you ask them to fill out the application. And when the application fill out, you know the status of the application, how many percent is complete. If the borrower upload all the documents, you will get notified. I can show you on my production site. You can see that see the to-do here. They say need attention. That means the borrower upload documents. You can you should go in and clean it up, the to-do. Then when the prospect is finished the application and submit all documents, you go in, reviews the 1003, review all documents, and then you can convert it to a loan. You can convert it to a loan. And with a loan, as a prospect or a loan, let's say pre-approval right here. After you review the application, after you review them all, you can go to AUS. You can go to the liability tab right here. You can pull credit report. If the borrower allows you to pull credit report, you can pull it. After you pull it, you can see the report right here. The score, the breakdown, each borrower. You can click on the link to review the credit report. And then you can run it again, or you can reissue. After you finish the whole application, you can go to AUS. You can run AUS. I can show you how easy it is to run AUS and see the result. It's in the loan. This allows you to issue pre-approval. Okay, let's say you have a pre-approval. Customer want to get pre-approval letter from you. All you need to do is ask them to fill out application, upload documents. And then you go in, you review, pull credit report, and run AUS. All happen together at the same time. And then you can, I don't see it. So this is the borrower. On the AUS side, you can see the status of the DO and LPA. It's approved, eligible. You can see the finding here. This is the finding. And for a pre-approval, it takes you 30 seconds to issue the pre-approval letter. Let's say this customer is a prospect, right? He fill out application. I will review his application here. And then at the end, I can qualify him. And since his DTI is 21%, I can issue the pre-approval letter. I can say, I can save and email the borrower the pre-approval letter. Done. So the borrower started chance to qualify. If you go to the conversation history, you can see that you are pre-approved by demo company. You click on it, this is the email we sent to them. And they can click on this link to download the pre-approval letter. Even better than that, they can change the pre-approval amount too. Sometimes they want, hey, Tuan, can you increase the loan amount to 110? I say, yes, you can do it. You can log into your own account and do it yourself. You don't have to ask me. So we allow them to do that too. The pricing engine here, just want to show you all the alert. There's a lot more feature that I don't want to spend time on because it might go on and on forever. All of the feature here, it take me 7 years to build. It's getting very complicated, but at the same time, I try to make it simple. And that is the reason why my application is easy to use. We have a lot of feature, but we try to make it user-friendly. The reason is I use it every day. My company uses it every day, and we improve it every day. The goal is to make it easy to use. I know that a lot of software out there are also powerful, but very difficult to use, like Encompass, like Arrive or some other software, very difficult to use. But for us, our software is easy to use. And that's why it's powerful. I think it's better to stop right here. And then in the future, I will try to have more Q&A questions. That way, I can allow questions because I can continue forever. There's so many things you can do. I will show you some of the features that you can have. If you look at the borrowers, you see all the borrower accounts. The lender here show all of the lender that I've been using, and you can turn off and on the lender on the pricing engine by one click. If you uncheck the quotable, it won't be shown in the pricing engine. If you click on it, it will show up. You can check the compensation level. What is the percentage, minimum, maximum? You can set that. You can enter the contact information of the lender so that your employee, your LO can look up and ask questions. This is the only place the software is not only allow you to work on your loans, but also keep track of information, like what lender are you working with, who are the AE, what is the contact information, what is the compensation level setting. All of this available to any of the user in your system, in your company. Associate show all of the user in your company. A branch and team, you can create multiple branches and teams. You can input your closing agent so that when you convert a prospect to a loan, we order prelims automatically. And it saves you tons of time. All of the communication can be done within the system. We try to avoid email. So let's say if a loan approved and you have a few conditions for escrow, you can go to do, and you can email escrow. You can email title. What are the closing agent here? You can add to do. You can create to do. You can email the closing agent. Let's go here. So, but you can save them ahead of time. Admin, you can run reports. There's different types of report, like pipeline report, mortgage call report, alert report. There's a lot of different types of report you can create. You can check all the conversation history here. It has everything. Opt-out list, people that doesn't want to receive email anymore, they can opt out. User group is very powerful. So when you create a branch, you can create an email list for your branch. So this is the email list, email group for the whole branch, so that later on when you send email to the whole branch, you don't have to type one address and that, one by one. That takes too much time. So for example, Loan Factory, every branch have one email, and then all of the processor have processor@loanfactory.com. All of the LO has an email called lo@loanfactory.com. And we have one company alias all@loanfactory.com. So we track, you can have automatic group created. The automatic groups created by branch and function, like role. And then you can create manual group too. Any customized group, you can create it. Customer relationship, you can, when you have a website, the customer can go to your website and say, contact us. So when they say contact us, they enter their information, and that will end up in the customer request. So you can assign it to someone else, or you can keep track of it. You can click on this and answer the request. So this is the customer request. You can have email lists. Let's say you want to send, let's say if you have 1,000 customers and 200 of them are, let's say, Indian. And in the loan application, we keep track of their ethnicity. They are Indian, American, they are Indian or not. So Asian Indian. Then you can go in here and create a list and email them on the holiday. Let's say it's the Festival of Light. You can email them. You can create a static list or dynamic list. And the dynamic list can base on the lead or the loan or prospect that you have alert. You can filter out by I only email buyer agent. I only email seller agent together. Or you want to email all the inactive loan or loan that locked and approved with who is the originator. You can filter down who you want to email, who you want to create a mailing list, and you can export it. So you can say, oh, give me the loan that funded by this LO or by this branch and by ethnicity or by race. So you can filter out and create an email list. You can use an email drip campaign based on all clients. You can send birthday, Christmas, or Independence Day email to them. And this is the email look like. You can change the template too. You can create template and change it. You can create new campaign. Holiday, New Year. So email campaign, you can turn off email campaign for all the lead, all the prospect, all the clients. Compensation allows you to track all of the compensation you receive from the lenders, and you can pay your LO. There's a formula, you can pay them. Let's say the LO is Aviso LO. Each LO can have a role here, originator and compensation. There's different compensation plan. You can create a new compensation plan. It can base on the split, commission split, or with a minimum broker fee, or percentage of loan amount the broker will keep. Different formula. And when the loan is closed, the system will calculate and know how much we should pay the LO. The LO, when they log in, they go to the compensation. They can go to commission request and request how much the company should pay them. So basically, as a broker, when I try to build all the solution for myself, my company, and that way, anything you have to deal with, I build a solution for it to help me track everything, make sure I will not run into any problem. I can track everything, and I can do things so efficient. So I can go on and go on. There are a lot of problems, a lot of features, a lot of things and I'm afraid that I will overwhelm you. So I rather open up for Q&A, and I can answer any question you have.